In this episode, we're going to take a look at Cobra's Master of Sabotage. That's right, Firefly. So, stick around. Dorks and Dorkettes, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name's Rob, and in this episode, yes, we will be looking at G.I. Joe Classified Firefly. Now, again, a Cobra Island Target exclusive, and believe me, if I didn't have the help from Santa, I don't know how I would have gotten this guy. He's pretty pricey in the aftermarket world, and very hard to come by because it's Target. We all know how that goes. But Santa was lucky enough to get him when Target re-released their Collector's Corner summer blowout thing. Whatever they did over the summer when they re-released. I don't even think they re-released them. They probably just found some boxes and finally put them out on the shelves and online to purchase. Anyway, yes, I get a little salty while talking about Target and their exclusives, but at the end of the day, I'm just super excited to finally have him. So, without further ado, let's open up this bad boy and see how awesome he is. Yo, Joe! Okay, folks, here we go. Firefly. Wow. Like I said, always been a fan. He was great in the comics, great in the cartoon, and a great figure. All around, top-notch Cobra character. So, here he is. And let's take a look at the package art. Very nice. I kind of like it. It's kind of like a pop style. I don't mean like Funko Pop. I mean like pop art. It kind of stands out, has great detail, great color, just super awesome. So he has his blaster here, got the Cobra symbol, have it here as well, his goggles, and his pad where he's controlling these drones. So kind of an interesting modern interpretation of the character. There he is. Look at that. That is a great expression. Got some scarring around the eye. He just looks like a total tough guy. Very cool. Have your Cobra Island back. Very cool. And then things that I still have never looked up because I'm lazy. So he's good at killing, I assume. Good at espionage, maybe? Like he's stealing files or something. Good at demolitions. Good at being a mechanic. That fits. The original Toys backpack had some tools in it, so that's pretty cool. So, wow. Like I said before, I am using a new camera setup here. So hopefully it looks good, sounds good. And if it does not, I apologize, and we will go back to the old way of doing things. And as I usually also warn you, this is the loud part of the episode where I unbox it and the plastic makes a lot of noise. So look at this. He's number 21. I haven't even paid close attention to the numbers of the ones I have. I'm sure I don't have probably even a stretch of the numbers. I'm sure I'm missing a lot. And with the Snake Eyes movie figures, even though the movie was held back because of quarantine and all, the numbers of those are really low on the list. even though these came out way before that. So box over here. Here he is. Let's start with his backpack. And again, he's got tools in it. Looks like he has, almost looks like a Leatherman pliers, a knife. Why would you stick it out blade like that? Some other nondescript, maybe a screwdriver. Got a wrench here. Other various things. Nice detailing. I mean, you can see the zippers on the bag. Not sure what that is. That's pretty interesting. Maybe it's a solar panel. Who knows? Have a notch here for his gun, I assume. I think these little notches here are for his drone, but we will see in a minute. So we'll put that there. Take the tape off his goggles, which I honestly don't know if I will put them on him. They might look cool on another character. We'll see. There's his drone. Oh, a little bit of articulation there. Let's see if that does. Cut it out. So those do go in like that. Too bad it doesn't fit snug like that with the turbines facing out. Then it look like you have like a jetpack or something. So that's pretty cool. His pistol / submachine gun, I'm assuming. Not very impressed, but still pretty cool. What do we got here? Whoa! I'm assuming this is his data pad for controlling the drones. Is that supposed to go somewhere? It does. It goes in here. Wow. That's pretty cool. And kind of a throwback to his original toy with the backpack with the part that would come out and you could see the tools in there. So I'm counting that as a cool little throwback to that. And he comes with some dynamite. Ooh, and the notch here, I assume, goes here. Oh, wow. I am a fan of items all being able to be put away on the character. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome in my opinion. Very cool. So let's set that aside and take a look at the man himself. I'll tell you what, the flak armor makes sense, but I'm not a fan of it. Now, does it come off easy? Maybe. It would be nice to just take it off and get him a bandolier so he looks like the original Firefly. But anyway, let's take a look at the details. Have a lot of pouches here. Grenades up on the shoulder. That seems a little dangerous. Like, oh, he's yawning. Oops, pulled a pin. But sorry for like the lighting issue. But this is where the figure excels. This expression. The sculpting of his face.
Believe me, they could have cheaped it out. I mean, 75% of his face is covered with a mask. But they did a great job with that. And if you remember, I purchased Fortnite figure, what was his name? Black Ball, 8 Ball, I think 8 Ball. I forget. Because, no, sorry, wrong character. Havoc. I purchased the Fortnite Havoc figure because he is very reminiscent of Firefly to add to my collection because he was so hard to get. So I had to take another alternative route to have a character like him in my collection. And great figure. It was 7-inch though, which is a little too big. And the one thing that I really was missing was that awesome expression on his face. Yeah, these the only thing I do not appreciate with the Hasbro 6-inch figures are the hips. So there we go. It was a little blurry. Now we are crisp. So, you know, I usually don't do this. I like to keep them the way they are. But I'm really not digging this flak armor. Or bomb disposal armor, however you want to call it. So I am going to do something I never do. And I'm going to take it off. And I think the easiest way without damaging the armor, because I don't want to rip it up, could go to somebody else, is to pop his arms off. I believe the arms come off. I see people do it online with customs and stuff. Oh, come on. I don't want to bust them up. See, I don't like the sounds that's making. And I think I can find a bandolier somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to pause it right there and see what I can do. So, see you in a second. Oh, he's blurry. See you in a second. Well, that was an adventure. I don't think they expected people to do this. The first thing that I discovered was that, yeah, his body was backwards and his arms were on the other. So he was like this with his hands going the other direction. So I had to do this, pop his hands off and swap them to the right sides. Now, unfortunately, as cool as it is, and I could do some camouflage effects here easily to match this, but he has weird shoulders here because of his armor. So unfortunately, that type of sculpting job is way out of my league, so he will continue to wear the armor. Now, unfortunately, to get the armor off, I did cut it, but I cut it on seams. So it shouldn't be that horrible or that noticeable. So let's put his armor back on. We fixed his body, so that at least is a bonus. And I tried looking around to see if I had a bandolier of some sort from another type of figure or something, and unfortunately I do not. So now that the armor is easier to take off, maybe it could be something I work on down the road, but not today. So, all in all, I am happy with it. I just had lofty ambitions. So yeah, you can see I cut it on the seams here. I can try to fix that, no problem. Or, I mean, he looks fine as is. So, the one thing I will attempt is, or I shouldn't say attempt, is giving him one of Commando Snake Eyes' submachine guns, because I believe this looks more like his original gun than the pistol that this came with. So we'll have him hold that, put that on, get in there. Oh, come on. Anyway, that's not as important. So I think that looks pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with this figure 100%. Like I said, I just... weird molding there. Had some lofty goals from thinking about it for a while. And they're a little bit out of my league. I know there's some great people online that sell bandoliers and stuff for the Joe figures, so something to look into down the road. So there he is with his backpack. Yeah, that's weird. I just noticed that molding discrepancy there. Still looks cool. Have him kind of turned to the side. He looks fine. We will put this gun on his back just because it looks pretty awesome there. But I'm glad he has this submachine gun at his disposal. I'm going to try this one more time. Start with this side. And like I said, I think it looks more like the original submachine gun. If only I had an extra silencer to put on there or something, that would probably look pretty awesome. More like his other gun. So here he is, posed. Kind of back heavy with the backpack. And again, I'm playing with this camera, so there we go. A little bit clearer shot. And we'll take a look at these goggles. That doesn't look too hateful. I didn't think I'd like them, but they're not that bad. So what do you think is the better submachine gun for him? This one or this one? I definitely think this one myself. But if you disagree, hit me up in the comments. I feel horrible destroying this figure. But all in all, I think he looks great. I'm happy to have him. And up on the shelf, you won't be able to tell. So, anyway, back. Where's my other thumb? There we go. Back to me.
Back to me. Yeah. Am I disappointed that he's not as customizable as I was hoping? Not really, because it's still a great figure, a great character that I've loved ever since my childhood, so I'm very happy to have him. Could there possibly be some chance of working on it at a later date? Yeah, I could see trying my hand at doing some things with it, but I think he fits the way he is. I mean, I feel like the first couple waves of figures really went with a different style than the newer ones have. They were going for that futuristic, realistic type of mesh, which fits G.I. Joe. I mean, they used lasers and super science and all that. But I'm really leaning towards liking the newer figures a lot better because they're just going with the basic template of the characters and running with it. They're not doing anything truly funky with them. They're just kind of staying true to their roots, which I really dig. But this Firefly figure is awesome. I'm very happy with him. So happy to have him in my collection. And like I said, it's one of those things where looking at pictures online, having it kind of out of my grasp, yet still in my grasp since the late summer. I had a lot of ideas of how I wanted him to look, and that was my bad. Nothing against the toy. It's a great toy. But, yeah, I mean, I'll have to work on it sometime. Anyway, I hope you liked this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this or any of the episodes down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad and stay dorky.